So season 6, or as I like to call it, the year where life sucked. The big bads were just 3 nerds, 2 of which we've seen, well, one a lot, we've seen a lot of before, and one the brother of someone who was related to a season 3 episode. But I do love Tom Lank. If you've ever seen his like cheap cosplay stuff that he does, it's so good. What a great dude. Great funny guy. But this was very much that season, where life is kind of the bad thing. Yes, we had Buffy coming back from the dead. Yes, we had magic addiction, which if you tell me that isn't a metaphor, I think you're deluded. That's clearly a big metaphor, because some people, life goes a little hard for them as young adults, and that's what they turn to. And, sort of getting normal day jobs with a weirdly phallic head monster thing. Let's not dwell on that too much. And of course, yes, we did have a big magic thing at the end because we still have to have a Buffy ending. But this was very much life is crap. Even from the start, Buffy had escaped life, as we learn, in an episode which of course will be in the highlight reel. We learned that Buffy was in heaven, and was pretty damn happy there, and came back to this. Now, of course, pre-Soul Spike, and I know he's got the big thing for Buffy, but he's so annoyed that, he notices the marks from clawing out of a coffin. I think even if it wasn't Buffy, he's got that level of decency now where he wouldn't wish that on anyone. I think that says a lot of how his character's developed. But she is back, and life has to happen. She's got pipes leaking, she needs to sort that out, and of course we get our introduction to the trio by her needing that money. She's trying to find little odd jobs and having the wonderful monkey paw style kind of revolving day thing. That was great, and I love that part of Life Serial. It's just a great moment, where she's kind of like, I'll figure it out, Then, we had all the way where Dawn got to call her very hypocritical, because it's like, you make out with vampires all the time. And it's like, yeah, but I'm different. Why? But she is of Summer's blood, so maybe, there's a logic to it. We of course had the one which will be looked at in detail. I can't not do it in the highlight reel once more with feeling. Tabula Rasa after that, which is the whole kind of moment where Tara and Willow's relationship was gone for a period. Because she did it wrong. She did the wrong thing. Especially after the issues with last year. We of course had Smashed and Wrecked, which will be in the highlights. Gone, which I think was similar to the Buffy Rat situation. She needed to be away for a bit, so they gave her that way. Older and Far Away, which was a great return of Callie Rocha and her interaction for a second with Spike going, I know you from somewhere kind of face. Because, we know that the actress played Cecily, and we've had people play different characters before. They've come back as different people. But I don't know if we're meant to think that it's Cecily. I don't know if it's just a little, like, in-universe or out-of-universe nod. I'm still not entirely sure. So we had that, we had As You Were, which was the return of Riley, whilst I was on about, addiction earlier, because of course he had the vampire nest addiction thing in season 5. We had Normal again, which has got to be in the highlight reel because it's such a great idea. I know it's been done so many places, but there's a moment in that it gets me every time, without fail. And I've seen these now multiple times. To know them enough to do these videos, I've seen them quite a bit. There was a period where I was quoting quite regularly. Let's just say I was quite bad. So for one to still get me in the same way as the first time is pretty good. And of course we have the end of the season, the big magic, this is Buffy, so we'll do a big kind of blowout thing. But it was of course created by a mundane thing. Again, we have the fact that it's still got its roots in just boring everyday life. And I like the fact that they set up, I will go over the sort of last 4, I think, together in the overview, but I like the way they say that it's a natural death. So, no, we can't bring her back. Mystical means fine. A natural death we cannot do. And, you have basically Willow shouting down a god. This is how powerful she's become. And there's some moments of that which are great. And, reference next year as well, in Storyteller, sort of tweaked a little. But of course, it had the year where Giles was like, I need to go. I need to give you the freedom. And I need to have a life, for crying out loud. And I like that, the fact that he did have a chance to go. We got the little pencil topper kind of monster thing. But of course, he did have to come back and sort of sort everything out and, just basically help to stop Willow. He hit her with something, that won out in the end, that allowed Xander to get through. The magics that he had gotten from the Coven, over here in Blighty, had an element of love and positivity to them, because Willow's magics had come from a place of badness. And that's a very beautiful idea. The fact that he carried, that when she drained him, she took that goodness. And it gave Xander the chance to save the world with yellow crayons. But I do want to, like I say, I do want to go over that in the highlight reel. But yeah, this, as I say, this year is very much a life/growing up. It's hard, and it sucks, and it's not fun. But you can make it through. If you try, it's a very small list of things that can't be overcome, with a bit of perseverance and a bit of commitment to it. And I think that's a great message. If next year was very much a love letter of a kind of like, thanks for being with us all this time, this year was very much a, look, we know our characters have grown up with you. You've gone and gotten, jobs, or you've gone to college, you've hopefully stayed in academia as long as you can, so that you don't have to get into the world and work. You've done all this, and we're along with you for that ride. We know it's hard. Heck, even with mystical stuff going on, we still struggle with that too. And I like that as an idea. So, yeah, Season 6, hard going. Very deep, very dark. But it was definitely coming towards its end and doing it well. But I think that's all I've got to say before I go into detail next time. So until then, as always, thank you for watching, and take care.